Hello guys, what's up? It's ScherBR talking. Welcome back to my channel. Well, we got a lot of updates today. We got a new version of the app, and we also got some download data, but they still haven't uploaded a notice explaining what's the next character we want. But guys, I'm really thinking that they will release Awakened Planet very soon, and that's why I know a lot of people do follow them on Facebook, and were giving some signs. Some people were asking for Awakened Planet, and they just like it in the comment. So this may be an indication that we will probably get Awakened Planet in one day or so, but maybe not. But I do believe this is the time. We also have chances to get Fang Arngrim very soon, but I still believe Awakened Planet has better chances. So with this new app update, we got some bug fixes, I think, and also they didn't release any new notice. So, well, we also got the new Ascension boss, but I already made a video about it, and the second part of the Hot Spring incident. Now, this event here is at least less grinding than the past one that was this Rendering Saucer. There's no raid bosses here. I think the raid boss system is one of the worst systems that we have, because it simply makes it even longer than we needed. So I'm still farming the Rendering Sorcerer, guys. You see that where my bosses are. Sometimes I don't even clear the boss because I'm using a weak squad. But you see there's a lot of farming on this event. This is not exactly what happens with the Hot Spring event, but the second part is actually very more full of stuff than the first one. You have a lot of things to farm right now, but it's still not as much as the other. You see there's one Yggdrasil branch, the gold bangle. The gold bangle is exactly what makes this a little costier. And 3 gold scrolls instead of 2, 3 silver scrolls, and then the 5 bronze scrolls. I think on this point on the game you barely will ever use bronze scrolls again, because especially the new characters will always come with 5-star incant skills that you can upgrade with silver scrolls, and then you have a yes burst that can also work with gold scrolls. But you see, you have to decide on things that you want to farm. There's a new orb here. This new orb is better than the start of the game, that they were giving orbs that was just increasing 45 of a color and 25 of another. We are getting 60-30 here. We have Awakening Ember, 4 memory bucks instead of 2 or 3. That's quite a lot, and we always need them. And then after the books, we will get all the free skill stuff that I always say that is the best thing to invest are these ones here, and especially the skill up glass or and shard. Well, this is the shop from this part. It's good because we are getting more bangles, and bangles are very hard. So now I will just do a run of this last stage. This is the case where an event has a stage with 7 AP and a stage with 6 AP. Being that if you don't summon for the cards on the event, you can simply farm the EX2. You won't lose much by farming it. Very small difference. I always farm the EX2 now because I think it's faster, safer, and I don't have a very good squad for all events. So farm X2 if you don't have any of the characters or weapons, and if you do, you have to choose between the ones that have low cost and better volumes. Now let's just click here on EX3. There's a beast and a demon. We will just check this out. I was using a squad for defeating the boss that is weak to fire element. I will just do some different stuff here. I will probably get someone very strong as a friend, probably this one here. So I would just change some of the squad here. I would just exchange Mercurius, remove his weapons, catch Veltlight on his main one. It's gonna be actually any other character. Let me just change it here for a Veltlight. Okay, so I will just exchange Neon weapon for another one. That Graciato works pretty well with her. So I will just change the position here and change the main weapon to be that Graciato. This is a very easy squad for me. That Graciato is using as a sub weapon. I will just exchange there. But you see, this event has 100k recommended mine for the X3, and I already know that the last boss, the challenge boss, is pretty hard this time. So it's not for everyone. The boss has nukes, and Really need you to clear it as soon as possible because the nuke Sebes is on RNG. So I will just pause here and just enter the boss stage so we can discuss it further. So now we're on the boss, and I already defeated this boss. I forgot to pause the video. You get ungarnet by defeating this boss, and this boss is actually very defensive, I think. He has 15 medium HP, that's quite a lot. So you have to knock him down, and he's not strong to purify attacks. He's resistant to purify attacks, but he's not strong to action skill damage, sorry. And then action skill nuke is your way to go through this boss. So I really recommend you guys to farm the EX2 stage because this boss here is very defensive. You can see there's quite a lot of stuff here. 15 medium HP is a new bar, I think, for a boss that is not a special boss. Now a special boss now have way more than that. See, even Bright Alicia doesn't do that much damage, and this one is using even a legendary evolution weapon. This boss tries to inflict both paralyze and freeze on you. And it also buffs himself on the second turn. So guys, this is really not a good place for farming because of that. Sometimes it looks that normal attacks are more aggressive against this boss. And the name is very funny, Bat Subconglomerate Demon. So yeah, this boss is down. It's not so hard, but I think it's too much damage, too much HP for a simple boss. So like I said, you get Awakening Garnet from here. It's a very good reward for a stage that you can still use your friends to defeat it. So well, now that we defeated this boss, we can simply check the last boss here. And I'll be doing this just for science because I already know that I can defeat this. But the boss is weak to fire and lightning. Two elements that are very good because our best tanks use the two elements that this boss is weak to. So I can simply change my Mercurius to use Iron Green. But damage is not important. I don't know if my Klaus will be able to absorb too much because he's very weak. But maybe Klaus is better here. I'll just change for Iron Green because it's at least very strong. I have to work on my Klaus more than this because he really needs to get better. With Iron Green, I always use the Spear's Word Misutane. I have to change my one with Yon. You have to bring Schveltlight here. There's no other people to use this. So then she will use my secondary Spear's Word Misutane. Here. Okay, now I just have to check if there's anything else I can change. I have to equip Iron Green Orbs. It's very simple to equip Iron Green because it's always his unique orb, seconded by the best defensive orb that we have. Search here, this one, Orb of Disaster Protection. And then anything else can be anything. Sometimes I use this, sometimes I use that. Okay. That's done. I can simply change my sub-weapon for a lightning one. Okay. Now we can just try to defeat this boss, but I still think it will be possible because I'm very far from the recommended might, and I don't have a very strong nuke here. But let's just check it out, guys. It's science. It's not worth the 2 large AP pots, but let's just test it out. I can simply start the fight by using Oak Blades instead of Schveltlight. can see that this boss has quite a lot of HP. Our attacks are not changing much on the bar. Forgot the last attack. Should have had at least one bar right now. The boss is resistant to purify attacks, but not resistant to action skill damage. And he used it to his Gehenna attack. It inflicted a large amount of types of status ailments, but demons can be inflicted with status ailments, at least this one can. So you will be having a lot of buffs on your side and also status ailments, but you can't do that to the boss. So that's a little unfair, right? I will just open my limited skill. I'll probably just do this as well. Attack normally with Leon. I know that this boss can start doing some random nuke attacks on the second turn. So let me just use this to see how much resistant actually is to 45 attacks. Well, he is resistant, but not so much. I'm still dealing some damage. Not as I wanted, but okay. Normal attack is more. Well, sometimes you simply have to use purify attacks because there's no anything else for you to do with your bar. He was defending all of the remaining hits. Hellish Magic Eyes, dead. See, he used his nuke. I survived it because I have a very strong squad yet, even though it's not the recommend. But I don't have that many ways to recover this much damage. Can you see that it also inflicted freeze on my main damage dealer, reducing even more my chances of defeating the boss. Unfortunately, this is how the game is progressing. You have to have very strong action skill damage, or else you won't be able to clear some content. Especially the special bosses, you really need damage from nuke. And it's not a single nuke, you probably have to have 2 nukers on your squad. Yeah, this is simply not working. But I was just simply doing some tests. Now let's just check how much damage can be done with the Valkyrie Anatomia on the 3rd turn. She's doing 2 million damage with each one of the action skills, and it's very far from ideal because it's simply a generic weapon. But that's it, guys. I will just retire because I know this fight can be won. But well, we reached the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. You can help this channel grow by helping me by either Patreon or PayPal using one of the links below. Have you managed to defeat this boss? Please tell on the comments. We can talk about it. Some people will find it easier if they summon for Norn. Norn is very good for this fight, but if you haven't, it will be very hard for you to clear. So that's it. We see each other on the next video. Bye.